Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, or whatever time it is in your zone. This is Tech for Senior, Hewie, episode 280. Unmute yourself.
I know. Thank you. Yeah, I just sent an email off to the authors of the software that I'm going to talk about today to let them know I did a video and that was going to be on today. And I said, we've been doing it for 200. Oh, I got to go look at our YouTube channel to remember what number it is. And I saw that last week was 279, so this week's 280.
280. Yep.
Yeah.
It is August the 18th, 2025, almost fall, coming up to September.
Yeah, there's a
So,
cold wave coming across the whole country. I saw in one of the weather reports.
yeah, well, it's raining in Comox today, and only everybody in all of British Columbia is all happy it's raining because it's helping with the forest fires, except for me, who is having a new roof put on today. So it's not a good day to be raining, but everybody else is really happy that it's raining out. So anyway, that's life, right? Anyway, welcome to everyone. We have a great show for you today, as always. Just let you know that Chris and Jim Gould are, of course, in Japan and sleeping it because it's 3 in the morning. So they said they sent some videos for us today, and they said to say hello to everybody. And Bill James has his cousin from Alaska here who comes every year at this time, and he said he will be not available. I said, why don't you get your cousin to sit down and watch Tech for Senior with you today? It would be a novel experience for them. He didn't answer me on that yet, so I got to find out what's going on with that. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, and don't forget, oh, and by the way, for the premiere version, which is coming up at half past the hour, Chris Gould's going to talk on this. Is cool. Have you guys tried the motion photos one? I use that feature all the time. It's a lot of fun doing motion photos. Huey's going to talk about how products are made. Do you remember the video you did about that? How
No,
products are made?
I'm going to have to watch the premiere.
And and I'm going to talk about the efficient use of your browser. So lots of good things and lots of happenings on the premiere version at half past the hour. Of course, we want to thank the our sponsors of the newsletter because of course you'll find those links in the newsletter. If you're wondering how you find it, it's in the newsletter. We've spent a lot of work, particularly on the Saturday newsletter. If you haven't seen the Saturday newsletter, there's a lot of really interesting stuff in there, particularly a section now at the very beginning, which is learn one thing. And if you learn one thing for 52 weeks of the year, you'll learn 50 new things, right? So there's at the top of the newsletter, there's an article. It's a short article, and this last week was on how to blind copy, and then just learn one new thing, and then after a year, you'll know 50 new things. So that is on our Saturday newsletter. So thank you to the Glendora Seniors Computer Club for sponsoring. Thank you for Geeks on Tour who are asleep now, but they'll probably be watching this in the later. So thank you so much to Geeks on Tour, and of course APCUG, which is Association of Personal Computer User Groups. And thank you so much for sponsoring us. Huey, your life is moving on, and you've got your AI coming up this weekend,
Yeah,
don't you?
let's talk AI Friday from 1 to 2 Eastern time. And I'm toying with some new ideas and what I can do in that hour that we can get into some discussion. So looking forward to doing it. We missed last month because I just physically couldn't do it.
Okay.
Didn't have a voice or one thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it on Friday. If you're not on my list, send me an email and I'll add you to the list and I'll be sending out the newsletter sometime in the next couple of days and it'll have the link in it. It's the same link every month. So if you've been on the Let's Talk AI, you've got the link.
All right. And of course, Mike Leaman. Mike Leaman and I have something in common. We are sporting shirts that we're wearing that we bought on Temu. Mike has got me not only he's got me as a shopaholic on Temu now, so we're my new shirt here is direct from Temu. So thank you. Well, my wife's mad. She said, "You did what?" And I said,
But
"That
it's
well, it was
cheap.
Mike Lehman." Yeah.
But it's cheap.
It is. It is.
Well, I hope the Temu delivery and the Amazon Prime delivery don't get there at the same time. You're going to have a fight on your hands.
well,
Actually,
exactly.
Jim, sometimes it's the same guy.
No, no, is that it? Really?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. So, Mike, you've got some toe tapping music for us today. I'm not going to tell anyone
Well,
about that.
the first one's not really a toe tapper, but I'm sure it'll bring back some memories. It kind of struck me. I'll explain when I do the segment about how it came to be. But it's there's the second cut. We're going to play two cuts today. The second one, I couldn't resist putting it in there.
Okay.
I had to play it.
All right. Well, we better get on with the show then, because we've got a lot to go through here. So we're going to talk now. I'm going to talk about, well, so as we move closer to October 15th, which of course you know what that's all about, I'm going to talk about 5 things that you need to do with a new Chromebook, and you'll see that in the video. Chris is going to talk about some interesting things, really cool stuff today. Huey's going to talk about how to fix a messy inbox. And I'm going to talk about, once you get that inbox all cleaned up and looking just spiffy, I'm going to show you how to put a signature block on the bottom for you. So all sorts of fun things today. And we'll start today with a Chromebook talk. All right, let's get going. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron Brown. This is Tech for Senior. Today we're going to talk about 5 things you need to do when your new Chromebook arrives. Chromebooks are secure, easy to use, and you can't make a mistake. It's not possible if you simply follow these 5 steps we're going to discuss today. But before we get on to those 5 steps, there's one important thing that you will need to know before starting the process, and that is what the username and password is to your Google account. And usually if I have 10 seniors sitting there waiting to start their new Chromebooks, and I say to them, what is your Google login and password? About half of them look at me in terror saying, I have no idea. I didn't even know I had a Google login or a password. So let's talk about this for a minute. So before we even get to your Chromebook, the one thing you're going to need to know is what your Google account is, and it's most likely you do have a Google account. It's very unlikely that you've gone through your life without having a Google account, because most of you will have a Gmail address. Yes, a Gmail address, your user, logon, and password for your Gmail is actually your Google account. Now, don't feel upset or embarrassed if you don't know this, because probably 20 years ago when you set up your Gmail account, things were quite a bit different. It was pretty easy to go to Google and just get a Gmail address. But if you've gone to Google lately and got a Gmail address, you'll find out it's not so easy. There's a long process now and lots of explanation to create a Gmail address. In fact, when you create a Gmail address, you are creating a Google account. So if you have 5 Gmail addresses, then you have 5 Google accounts, which means you have 5 Google Photos accounts, you have 5 Google Calendars, you have 5 Google Contacts, and you also have 5 gigabits of storage for each account, so you have 25 gigabytes of online storage. And each Google address will have a login, username, and password. Before we even open the box of your new Chromebook, research for you, find your Google login and password or your Gmail login and password. All right, before we open the box, hold on, there's one more thing I want you to do. I want you to look at your Android phone. This is very important because remember, your Android phone is going to work very well with your Chromebook. And we'll be talking about this a little bit later, but the two actually are going to work together. There's great things we can do, and one is going to supplement the other. But I want to make sure that it's the same Google account on your Android phone. And in this slide, you'll see on my Android phone, it is the same account as my Google account. Yes, your username and password for your Android phone should be the same one that you're using on your Chromebook. And why is this important? Well, remember what we said about your Google Photos account? Remember your calendar? Remember your contacts? We all want those to all be seamlessly integrated, right? So we want you to be in the same account. If you have a different account on your phone, that means all your Google Photos are going to go into that account, and that may not be the same as on your Chromebook. Now, in actual fact, for most people, this isn't a problem. It would naturally be the same. But in my long history of working with people, sometimes there are problems, and an account got set up on a phone, and you're always wondering why nothing matches or nothing syncs and nothing really works. And that's because it's not the same account as your PC or now your Chromebook, right? So we want them to be the same. Now you're going to say, hold on, I've got an iPhone. Whoa, let's talk a little bit about this honestly. I've had a lot of years of teaching. I'm going to tell you one thing. If you have an iPhone, an iPad works great with it. There is no real big advantage of using your iPhone with a Chromebook. You're much better off to look at the iPad as an option. It's sort of like ice cream and chocolate sauce and roast beef and gravy. Ice cream always goes great with chocolate sauce, and roast beef always goes good with gravy. Roast beef doesn't really go that good with chocolate sauce, and ice cream doesn't go good with gravy. You really want to look at how you're going to get the best value for these devices, and really an Android phone with a Chromebook and an iPhone with an iPad is something I recommend. All right, let's get going, and we got to open that box. Oh, just a minute, there's one more thing I want to talk about. So I know you're anxious to open that box, but just one more thing we got to do is I want to talk a little bit about the login for you. Let's look at my Chromebook, and I'm going to show you the 4 options you'll have. You're going to have the option to log in with a personal account, a business account, a child's account, or just log in. Well, you don't even have to log in, but just use your Chromebook for a guest. So you have a guest feature on your Chromebook. Now, the important thing, and one of the great things about a Chromebook is you can have multiple people using your Chromebook. When you set up a separate account for another user, they will have access to all their Google Drive, their Google Photos, and all the stuff that is associated with your account. But when they set it up, it's specific to them, and there's a username and password, and you can't see their stuff, nor can they see your stuff. So they're totally separate. We call it sandboxing. It's totally separate. Each account has no access to the other account. The other thing is they can't mess up your operating system. Not possible. So they can just do whatever they want in their account, and it doesn't affect your account at all. Even with kids, if you want to put your kids on and give them a username and password and create a user account for them, again, they will have all their data there. And you know, kids, they can get into a lot of problems, but not possible in a Chromebook. So they can do whatever they want. They can't see your data. They're not going to mess anything up as long as they log in under their username and password. And then at the best, and at the very end, if they're just visiting and they go away, you just click delete and the account's gone and nothing is spilled over into your stuff. It works great. And as far as the guest goes, you can just, with the guest feature, all as you do is you just click the button and it'll put you into guest. Let me show you how. I'll show you how it works on my computer here. So let's have a look at my Chromebook. This is my Asus Chromebook Plus. And this is a screen where you can add users to your Chromebook. So if we come down to the bottom here, you'll see we have 3 options. We have an option to shut down, browse as a guest, or add as a person. So let's click add as a person. And this brings up three options for you. You have an option for personal use, an option for a child, or an option for work. So if we look at personal use, This can be for your personal account. For everyday use, your own Gmail, YouTube, Google Drive, etc. You can log in here. You have full access to all Google services. You can install your own apps, extensions from Chrome Web Store or Google Play. You'll have all your data synced to Google Drive. So this would be something you could set up for personal use. And so anybody who wants to use this Chromebook, it could be your kids, it could be a colleague that wants to use this, could set up their own personal use space here, and it would not affect yours. They can't see your data. They can't have access to the operating system. So let's have a look and see what happens when we open personal use up. And it says next here, and we'll come down to next. And here we are, and all you have to do is add your email address in here, and you can sign in. We're not going to go through the sign-in procedure. Let's come back here, and let's come down here for work. Come down, we're going to click the one for work, and then we're going to come up next and see what happens. And here again, they want you to log in with your email or your phone number. Now, if you have a school account, this is where you'd probably use the work for with your employer schools, your Google Workspace, because the device and account settings may be managed by an administrator. Certain apps, websites, or settings may be restricted or pre-installed depending on your work environment. So this is something that you might do, particularly if you're at school and this is a work site for you. Let's come back here. And then of course you can set up a user for a child. For children under 13, managed by, now the purpose of this is for children under 13 and it's managed by a parent or guardian. All right, are you ready to open the box? On your mark, get set, go. All right, now open the box and let's get your Chromebook out. Yes, you can open it up, and the first thing most people will tell you is you should charge your Chromebook. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but I want you to check one thing when you open the lid. I want you to see that it does have power. All Chromebooks, when they arrive, will have power of around 50 to 75% in their battery. If the Chromebook is dead and there is no charge in the battery, I want you to take it back to Best Buy or send it back to Amazon and get another one. Probably means there's a problem with the battery, or the battery is being discharged for a long time, and this can lead into problems. Usually what will happen when you open your Chromebook up from the box, it should have, as I said, 50 to 75% power. I know you're anxious, you'll want to get using it right away, and that's fine. Just plug it in and let it charge as you're using it, not a problem. Most Chromebooks get great battery life. You'll probably get maybe 2 or 3 days off a charge. I would just leave it plugged in at night and charging. It doesn't overcharge. You don't have to worry about that. And I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But just plug it in and let's get on with it. Now, the next thing you'll want to do is log in. We've briefed you on that. You simply log in and set up your account as we discussed in the earlier part of the video. So step 2, you'll of course want to connect to Wi-Fi. And that's real easy. They'll prompt you and you just connect to your Wi-Fi in your home. Now, if your Chromebook is next to your router and you're not going to be using it as a laptop and moving it around, what you might want to do is plug it in. A wired connection is always faster than a wireless, but the software will prompt you and you shouldn't have any trouble setting up your Wi-Fi, although you will need to know your Wi-Fi login and password. In the initial setup, you'll probably also be prompted to sync it with your phone, so your phone will be able to unlock your Chromebook as well. All right, let's talk about updating your Chromebook. That's usually step 3. I want to talk a bit about the Chrome operating system. Now, on your Chromebook, you'll have 2 copies of the Chrome operating system. There's a primary copy and there's a secondary copy. It is the secondary copy that gets updated all day long. That secondary copy gets updated with new features, antivirus software, anti-malware software, Chrome updates, all sorts of updates gets updated in that secondary copy. Now, at a point in time, what happens is the copies get switched. So the secondary copy then becomes your primary copy, and that's how you get all the updated software. So what makes that switch occur? And that switch occurs when you turn your computer off. So a good plan is to use the computer through the day, and at night when you go to bed, turn the computer off, leave it powered on, and then when you get up in the morning, turn it on, and bingo, you'll have your new copy of the software all loaded. If you are a lid closure like I am, and you just close the lid and don't turn it off, then you're not going to get the updated software. So once a week, you'll have to turn the machine off and turn it back on, and it will update. Or, of course, you can do a manual update. But for everyone, it's so simple. I want to keep this real simple, and just turn your computer off and turn it back on, and bingo, it all happens. Super easy, and it's very fast. You won't even know it occurred. So that's all you need to do. Okay, so now you've logged in, you've got your Chromebook up, and you're ready to start working. Just to remind everyone that you can adjust the settings for comfort. You can increase the font size, screen zoom in, you can change the mouse pointer size, adjust the brightness and volume, lots of adjustments on your Chromebook. Also remember that you can plug it into an external monitor. If you want a bigger monitor, you want 2 monitors, just plug it into an external monitor and you'll be able to have lots of screen area. The other thing, of course, is your mouse. Well, we'll talk about the mouse in a minute, but your trackpad. I would really encourage you to learn how to use a trackpad effectively. Most trackpads on Chromebooks work great. There's a 1-finger, 2-finger, and 3-finger swipe. Lots of videos online that describe how to do that. And once you learn this, you'll be able to navigate your Chromebook using your trackpad very effectively. Now, also, you may want to use a mouse, and you can certainly use any of the mice that you have around for your PC. Will work fine on a Chromebook. Not a problem. You can plug one directly into one of the ports. You can use one of the ones with a dongle. I had this. This is a wireless mouse. It's a Bluetooth mouse. I think I paid about $10 for it, and it will connect by Bluetooth to your Chromebook. Some Chromebooks don't have a lot of ports on them. Now, you can expand that, but for simplicity, you may just want to pick up a Bluetooth mouse, which doesn't require a physical connection into your Chromebook. Step 5 is learning the basics. Click the launcher button to see all your apps. Explore the Chrome browser, check out YouTube, and open some Gmail. There's also a help app built into your Chromebook with tutorial and tips. And here's my favorite part. Don't be afraid to click things. You can't break a Chromebook. So have some fun with it. Now, you're probably also wondering, what about antivirus software or malware? Don't need any of that. It's all included in the operating system within your Chromebook, and it's going to get updated and managed automatically with your Chrome OS updates. So don't even worry about that. Don't download, install anything like that on your Chromebook. So there you have it. Unbox, charge, connect, sign in, update, adjust for comfort, and explore. 5 easy steps to make your Chromebook truly yours. Try a little bit each day, and you'll be amazed how quickly it becomes second nature. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more friendly tech tips. Okay, there you have it. Let's now, since Chris and Jim are sound asleep because it's about 3 in the morning, we are going to play their photo, the 2 videos they sent us today, and let's have a look and see what they have to say.
Chris has a quick tip.
Yeah, check out this little video that is playing on the screen right now. Is that cute or what? That's showing our journey so far. We started in South America, went all the way up the West Coast over to Hawaii and back, and then to Japan. And I love this little animation with the cute little boat. So how did I make this? My quick tip is how, if you want to make something like this, what would you do? And it's an app, and it's really easy. It's an app called Travel Boast, and I have installed it. It is right there. So all you do and this just has whatever the last map I was working on in it, but if I want to start a new one, I just tap Start Point. So now I'm going to just make a map of our journey in Japan so far. So the first start point was
Hakodate?
Hakodate, yeah. Okay, not taco. Kodate. And in a second, you have to pick from the list. You can't just type the location. It has to show up on the list, and then you tap it. So now I have a start point. All right, so I'll go to a destination. Our next stop was
Hachinohe.
H-A-Nohe, Japan. Okay, but notice we certainly didn't. I can add another destination, Sendai. Now that one is
That's
much
fairly easy.
easier. Whoops, but I didn't type it right. Sendai in Japan. Once again, it's going through land. No, just drag it over. Oops, that one was Hachinohe. So I have to touch it a couple different places. And then we are right now at sea on our way to Yokohama. So I'll type Yokohama. And then move that out and around. Okay, now you play it. Well, let me see if I can get a ship. I don't want it to be an automobile. I want it to be a ship. Where's the ship goes? Boats and vessels. All right. So we'll pick that one. That's the closest to the look of our ship. Now I have paid for this. In order to do everything I'm doing right now, you do have to pay. It was just something like 20 bucks a year. No problem. Now I can just tap play. And I can make the ship a little smaller. I can make the video go faster. So it's going to start over, and now it's going to go a little bit faster. And then I can save it as a video to my camera roll. And that is what I then put in our photo album and I shared with other people to see. Pretty fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And that is Travel Boast. Okay.
I think that's sort of cool. That's so cool. I got to do that. I think that's going to be really cool. All right, one more thing. They've got another quick video for us here that I think you'll be interested in.
How we watch a Netflix movie using our iPad or phone, but watching it on the big screen TV. Hi, I'm Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and together with my husband Jim, we live on a residential cruise ship called the Villa V Odyssey. Since this cabin is our home, we've customized it. I have a computer workstation and I sit here a lot. But every once in a while, I want to watch a movie. So let's take a look at the rest of the room. And you will end up seeing, sometimes I just look out the window. That's entertainment enough. We call that our travel channel. But we do have a brand new TV. Every room has this and it's great. But it doesn't have Netflix built in. And I want to watch a Netflix movie. So I want to show you how we do it. I have the Netflix app on my iPad, and I'll connect the iPad to the TV with an HDMI cable. So here's one end of the HDMI cable. I need to plug it in to the TV. There are 3 HDMIs. I'm putting it into the one called HDMI 3. Okay. Now I need to plug the other end into my iPad. But my iPad doesn't have an HDMI port. Therefore, you need an adapter. I plug the HDMI into the adapter, and then the adapter, this old iPad happens to be a lightning port. So this is an HDMI to lightning adapter. And I that you want to watch that HDMI 3 port. So I need the TV's remote and input. And then you see HDMI 3, 1, and 2. 3 is what I want, and I select it. Now when I turn on the iPad, whatever is on the iPad is on the TV. And I can go to Netflix and I can play a movie. I like it. Now what if you have a newer iPad with the USB-C connector? Well, you just need a different adapter. You need a HDMI to USB-C. And I can even do that with just my iPhone or my Android Samsung phone. Now this does not work with all TVs and all devices, so you have to try it and see if it works for you. But that's how we watch movies in our cruise ship cabin.
Okay, interesting. Hewie, are you going to tell us how to clean up our messy inboxes?
Yep. Just give me 1 second here to... Welcome to the ℸ𝕝𝕖 app. ℸ𝕝𝕖 app is a smarter way to read and enjoy your newsletters. You can stay informed without the distractions of email overload. I'm Hewie Poplock. I'll show you how this service can transform the way you read newsletters. My goal is to explain what ℸ𝕝𝕖 is, why it matters, and how you can use it to bring order and focus to your reading experience. Most of us subscribe to newsletters because we want to stay informed. But our inbox quickly becomes cluttered with promotional emails, alerts, and updates. As a result, valuable newsletters get buried, leading to frustration and missed opportunities to learn. ℸ𝕝𝕝 is designed to solve this problem. ℸ𝕝𝕝 is a free service and app that creates a focused space for your newsletters. Instead of mixing them with your work or personal emails, it pulls them into a dedicated reading environment. You can access it via the web, iOS, or Android. The key idea is to treat newsletters more like a reading list rather than scattered emails. ℸ𝕝𝕝 makes setup simple. If you already have newsletters coming to Gmail or Outlook, you can connect your account and ℸ𝕝𝕝 will automatically import them. Alternatively, you can create a new @ℸ𝕝𝕝 email address just for newsletters. This is a great option if you want to start fresh and separate subscriptions from the start. ℸ𝕝𝕝 is feature-rich. Smart filters and grouping help organize newsletters. The AI audio roundup turns your newsletters into a short, personalized podcast, perfect for commuting. Weekly digests and text summaries help you skim efficiently. Highlighting, tagging, and bookmarking let you retain information. There's also one-tap unsubscribe, discovery of new newsletters, customizable fonts, and offline reading support. This is the ℸ𝕝𝕝 interface. You'll see the clean dashboard, reading pane, and audio roundup screen. This is my email view, cluttered and just too much, which makes it overwhelming. Compared to an email inbox, the design is uncluttered and distraction-free. This visual difference reinforces why ℸ𝕝𝕝 creates a better reading experience. Users love ℸ𝕝𝕝. It consistently scores high ratings on both the App Store and Google Play. Reviews highlight the clean design and smooth workflow. On Product Hunt, users praised how well it declutters their inbox while making newsletters easier to consume. This strong feedback shows that 𝕃𝕀𝕂 resonates with readers who value focus and simplicity. 𝕃𝕀𝕂 is ideal for knowledge workers, students, and anyone who feels overloaded with information. If you read Substack, blogs, or research digests, 𝕃𝕀𝕂 helps you focus and retain more. The benefit is clear. Declutter your inbox, focus on what matters, and learn more efficiently. Let's take a look at 𝕃𝕀𝕂. This is the 𝕃𝕀𝕂 interface. You'll see the clean dashboard, reading pane, and audio roundup screen. This is my email view, cluttered and just too much, which makes it overwhelming. Compared to an email inbox, the design is uncluttered and distraction-free. This visual difference reinforces why 𝕃𝕀𝕂 creates a better reading experience. Users love 𝕃𝕀𝕂. It consistently scores high ratings on both the App Store and Google Play. Reviews highlight the clean design and smooth workflow. On Product Hunt, users praised how well it declutters their inbox while making newsletters easier to consume. This strong feedback shows that 𝕃𝕀𝕂 resonates with readers who value focus and simplicity. 𝕃𝕀𝕂 is ideal for knowledge workers, students, and anyone who feels overloaded with information. If you read Substack, blogs, or research digests, 𝕃𝕀𝕂 helps you focus and retain more. The benefit is clear. Declutter your inbox, focus on what matters, and learn more efficiently. Let's take a closer look at 𝕃𝕀𝕂. Here's how to sign up for 𝕃𝕀𝕂. Give them your email address, be the first thing to do. Then they'll send you a reply with a code, and you can sign in by clicking a button or entering the code that they included. They want some info from you. How do you want to use 𝕃𝕀𝕂? I chose Connect with Gmail. Here's some explanation. Your emails and data are private, so they require Gmail permissions to add your newsletters to 𝕃𝕀𝕂. Your emails are stored securely on your own device and only accessible by you. We never sell or share your data, and you can remove this connection at any time. And they have a free plan, nice price, $0. They also have a yearly plan, which is $40 a year, or a monthly plan at $5 a month, which is $60 a year. You can try the Pro for a week or 7 days for free. Now, to sign in with Google, you will have to put in your email address and your password. Select which Gmail account you want to use if you have more than one. Then make the selection. You'll need an explanation of what 𝕃𝕀𝕂 will access, so it'll tell you right there. And then 𝕃𝕀𝕂 searches that mailbox for all of the newsletters that you subscribe to. Some you may never remember subscribing to it, but it'll list them all. And you can decide which ones you want to have 𝕃𝕀𝕂 take over and read for you. So it lights up the ones that you choose. It wants your interest, so it can give you suggestions and audio selections. Then it ties things together. It also suggests some other newsletters you might want to add. And then you're done setting up. You can also get notifications on one, several, or all of your newsletters when they arrive. I don't think that's a good idea, because you're going to be, every time a new newsletter gets posted, you get a notification, which drives me nuts. You can add newsletters to various groups, but only faves is available for the free account. So if you have a paid account, then you can create some other groups and then have some things in those groups. And here's what the faves look like. you can create another mailbox with Gmail or Outlook, or even create a ℸ𝕝𝕅 mailbox. Let's create an @ℸ𝕝𝕅inbox.com mailbox. It will tell if your choice is already taken. So you make up your own username and it will let you know if it's available or if it's taken. Of course, if it's taken, you got to make another choice. ℸ𝕝𝕅 will show you your mailboxes. So you'll have the Gmail one as I have and the ℸ𝕝𝕅 if you use the same settings that I just did. Okay, let's add one manually using the ℸ𝕝𝕅 inbox. And so what you do is on the website where it says subscribe to their newsletter, what you will type in is your ℸ𝕝𝕅 inbox email address. Here's another example of that. And then you'll get an email to confirm in most cases. And sometimes it just says thanks for joining. Other times it wants you to send some type of a reply to them. Each newsletter will have its own confirmation procedure. Some may use clicking just a link in the email and just to make sure that it's you. And here's another one with a link. If it is an email that they want to reply, since you don't have access to that mailbox except receiving emails, ℸ𝕝𝕅 has created a way in which you can reply. If you go up to the top right to the three dots, you click reply, you will get a pop-up with an email message. You type in whatever they require you to send to them, then hit the send button, and it will send it from your email address. The Quick Start Checklist. Get set up on all devices. ℸ𝕝𝕅 is available on the web, iOS, and Android, so you can read it anywhere. Download the app, bookmark the web reader, and switch devices seamlessly. Add your newsletters. Connect your Gmail or Outlook to add newsletters instantly and declutter your inbox, or use a ℸ𝕝𝕅 inbox email to subscribe directly. Turn on the notifications. Be the first to know when great content lands in ℸ𝕝𝕅. Get updates only for the newsletters that matter most. No unnecessary pings, just what you want to read. And then try Pro and unlock more. Supercharge your reading with AI-powered summaries, audio roundups, read it later tools, and inbox integration. Some FAQs. How does Gmail or Outlook integration work? It connects Gmail or Outlook to ℸ𝕝𝕅 to instantly add existing newsletters and declutter your inbox. Added newsletters will skip your inbox and be stored in a ℸ𝕝𝕅 label or folder. You can move newsletters back to your inbox at any time. How does ℸ𝕝𝕅 handle privacy and security? Your emails are 100% private and secure. ℸ𝕝𝕅 never stores, processes, or sells your email data. All email remains locally on your device, so only you have access. ℸ𝕝𝕅 is Google verified application and undergoes regularly third-party security audits to ensure that they are in compliance with the privacy policy. And then why do you have a paid plan option? It's a big no-no for ℸ𝕝𝕅 to ever clutter the experience with ads or sell your data. An optional subscription allows us to substantially execute on our mission of creating an out-of-this-world reading experience for you. And they also have a complete help and support online. In conclusion, it declutters your inbox, simplifies reading, and boosts focus and learning. If you're tired of losing valuable newsletters in your email, this is the tool to try. A smarter way to read and enjoy your newsletters. You can stay informed without the distractions of email overload. I'm Hewie Poplock. And there you go.
Thank you, Hewie. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Just before we get to the music, I have one quick last video for everyone, and we'll watch this, and then, of course, we'll get Mike going. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron Brown, and this is Tech for Senior. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a signature block in Gmail. A signature block is a little section of text that appears at the bottom of every email you send. It can include your name, your phone number, a website, or even a picture or logo. That's a great way to save time and make your emails look more professional. So let's get started. First, why should you use a signature block? Well, instead of typing your phone number or name every single time, Gmail can add it automatically. It also makes your emails look neat and polished. Whether you're writing to friends, family, or even business or volunteer work, having a signature block is very handy. Now let's set one up by opening your Gmail inbox, and in the upper right hand corner you'll see a small gear icon. That's the settings button. Click on that. From the menu, that opens See All Settings. This takes you to the full settings page. At the top, you'll make sure you're in the General tab. That's where you'll find the signature option. Next, scroll down the page until you see the section called Signature. Here, you'll see a button that says Create New. Click the button and Gmail will ask you to give you your signature and name. You might call it personal or work, whatever makes sense to you. Once you've named it, a box will appear and you can type the information in that you want in your signature. And again, you might type your full name, your phone number, your email address, or a website if you have one, depending on what type of information you want to give to the public when you're sending email. Now, step 3, you can format your signature. Gmail lets you format your signature above the typing box. You'll see some tools just like a word processor. You can change the font style, make the text bold, or change the size and color. You can add a picture, such as your photo or company logo. I'm going to show you an example of one that I created in Canva. It's really easy to do, and they have signature blocks all made for you. You just have to put the information in, you save the image, and then in the signature block now in Gmail, you just add the image. It's so simple and it's pretty cool. Now, step 4 is choose when the signature appears. Now that you've created your signature, you need to tell Gmail when to use it. Underneath your signature, you'll see 2 drop-down menus. One controls the signature for new emails, and the other controls the signature for replies and forwards. Choose the signature you just created for both, or just for new emails, or whichever you prefer. All right, step 5, save and test. Once you've finished, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and click Save Changes. Now let's test it. Click the button and compose a new email. You should see your signature appear automatically at the bottom of the message. To be sure, try sending a test email to yourself, open it up, and you'll see your new signature right there. Now here are a few more tips. You can create more than one signature, for example, one for personal emails and other for business. Keep your signature short and easy to read. And remember, some email programs may block images, so don't reply only on a picture. Always include text. And that's it. You know how to create a signature block in Gmail. Remember, go to Settings, scroll to Signature, create and customize, and don't forget to save your changes. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, just give this. All right. Mike Leaman, just before we get going, I want to thank everyone for being over on our YouTube feed. This is the period of time when we close this and move on. If you want to pop over and join us on our Zoom meeting, you're most welcome to do so. Don't forget, we have our Thursday show this Thursday. We're going to talk all about the Pixel 10 phones. So thanks for coming. Mike, I'm just going to turn that off and we'll get you going.
Okie dokie.
Take it away.
So my screen should be sharing. Let's see, get rid of this box on here. Okay, so my featured artist today is Jane Morgan. Now that may not be familiar. It wasn't to me initially, but I follow a couple of sites that little morbid but obituaries of celebrities, and this one cropped up this week, and so I delved a little deeper, and it was kind of interesting. Jane Morgan, who was born Florence Catherine Currier, was born on May 3rd, 1924, and died on August the 4th, 2025. She was an American traditional pop singer known for her elegance, clear voice, and international appeal. Trained at Juilliard, she found instant success in France in the late 40s before breaking into the US market in the mid 1950s. She signed to Nap Records and became famous for her 1957 hit Fascination, and appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show more than 50 times. She earned 6 gold records, performed on Broadway, and sang for several US presidents and world leaders. She married to producer Jerry Weintraub and retired in the 1970s and passed away at age 101 in Naples, Florida. Besides her singing talents, she had several Broadway appearances. The Ziegfeld Follies in 1957 as Lola Moundsville and singer, and on the Jack Benny Show from February 27th to April 6th, 63 as a performer in the variety special. The one that caught my eye, she was a member of the cast who stepped in to take the lead of the character Mame Dennis to replace her in the Broadway show Mame from December 68 to May 69. There's a list of hits here. Fascination, and that name meant something to me, and I had to go play it till I knew it, and I instantly recognized it. A #1 hit in the UK, The Day the Rains Came, With Open Arms, If Only I Could Live My Life Again, and so on. And the final one here caught my eye, A Girl Named Johnny Cash. So we're going to play 2 cuts today. The first one is Fascination, and then we're going to follow it up with A Girl Named Johnny Cash. So I'm going to unshare here, Ron, and if you can take it away. And of course, that was a follow-up to A Boy Named Sue, but a little different. Anyways, brought back some memories here.
It did. Well, that's a good one, Mike. Thanks so much. I'd never heard of her. Had you?
Well, I didn't know the name, but as soon as I heard Fascination, I knew that song. I'd heard that many times. And I mean, it had been performed as an instrumental, and I mean, many different artists had covered it, but she was the original.
Anyway, super interesting. All right. Well, that's another show in the can there, Hewie. 280. Yep. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We're going to move into the Q&A now, but if you have to run, don't forget, this Thursday, we have our Thursday show on, and we'll have the usual gang there, including Bill James, maybe. We'll see if Cousin is still here, and we'll see what. Anyway, we're going to talk about the new phone and all the tech news of the week, and of course, Hewie has his AI this Friday. This Friday, and that'll be on this Friday, and then of course we'll see you back again this time, same time next week for episode 281.